Okay, so this is Rainbow Warrior, and first thing I'm going to do is just like you'd tie in a tail on a pheasant tail. Just going to select, and when I'm stripping them, I'm just kind of trying to even out the tips so that they're going to go on even. I just make sure they're even. Trim them off. Okay, and then right here I'm just going to kind of eye them up about to the length I want them.
Which is?
Length
of the hook?
Yeah, like right about there, and it's going to kind of bend down a little bit. So, I mean, a little bit of tail. If it's a little long at the end, just kind of, I don't like cutting them with my scissors. I'll just kind of break it off with my fingernails. That way it's real jaggedy. I don't like a real fine cut on my mayfly tails. Okay. So, when I'm tying this in, I just want to take my time coming back, and a lot of times people get in a hurry and they'll just wrap that and it'll kind of spin every which way. So on every turn when you're tying on a pheasant tail, you just want to make sure it's staying straight over the top. Dave, how's the pheasant tail coming?
I haven't gotten back up.
Oh, come on.
Remember I told you I had to conquer that brassy?
There you go.
With the peacock?
Okay. And it kind of helps just to keep it straight. See how I kind of have that tail almost tucked down in the little crease there in the vise? And once I can get it down in there, it kind of just works itself out. Yep. Come up here, break that off. Boom. Okay. Oh, did I lose it again? Oh no. No. Kidding me. Ah, there it is. The elusive tinsel. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to tie this tinsel in right up here along the side, wrap back, right to about there, come forward, okay, and I'm going to spin that forward. Good. How are we looking there? Oh yeah.
That was pretty up there.
Looks alright here. Alright. Trim that out. Okay. Now I'll come right, Rainbow Warrior kind of has a big thorax on it, so I'll come right almost to the hook point and just set my thread right there. And I would either use a medium or a large tinsel for your flashback. Okay, this happens to be a large. I was planning on tying an 18, which might be a little big for this, but we'll make it happen. Okay, so I'm going to tie that in right to there, just like that. And then the dubbing you use on this, it's a sow scud dubbing. It's a rainbow colored one, which ties some pretty awesome scuds, by the way. Note to self, guys. There's one that they've developed for the gray reef called the purple back scud, which uses this, and it's muddy. Now, when I dub this thorax, I don't want to dub it real tight. I want it to be kind of frayed out, because that's kind of gives the illusion of legs, or kind of a thorax spreading out to emerge, and it's somewhat of a robust thorax as well. So, slide that up right to there, and see, that's, I mean, it's a little bigger than what you would think, like that, and I do kind of want it shaggy like that almost. And then I'll pull that flashback right over the top, make sure it's centered.
Doesn't that typically have a larger thorax than flies that are that small, usually, on that small hook?
Yeah, I mean, it's an attractor fly, so I really want that rainbow to shine, and it doesn't have legs either, so almost like those loose fibers kind of act as the legs. Okay, now I put 2 wraps on top, I pull forward, and I put 1 down behind it. Get in there, trim it out with my super dull scissors. whip finish. And that right there is a Rainbow Warrior. Kind of scoot it up a little bit so you can see the tail. See that? That's her. Question.